You're watching E.T.N. Share and subscribe.
Hey guys, welcome to Entertainment Talk Nation. This is Rob. This video, we're going to talk some Witcher news, the Netflix series that is supposed to be coming out based on CD Projekt Red's game, The Witcher. And if you haven't played it, I suggest you play all three games. Even the first one's a little bit aged. However, it's still very, very good. I myself have not actually finished the third game yet, but I did finish the first two. And from what I've played so far of the third game, believe me, if you're into RPGs that are more dark, I suggest it. But we're not talking about the game here. We're talking about the show because some new images have been released for the show showing Geralt and Ciri. And I'm going to put those images up as we talk about the show. Now, they did confirm they're going to have a panel on July 18th. And excuse me, not July 18th, July 19th at 2:15 in Hall H. It's going to be hosted by Yvette Nicole Brown. So if you watch The Walking Dead, you should be very familiar with who Yvette Nicole Brown is. That's at least how I know her. I know she's done some stuff on Comedy Central. I don't really watch Comedy Central very much, so I couldn't tell you in detail what it is she does there. But as you look at the images, and I've already seen them, so I'll comment on them. Still can't tell, really. It doesn't look like they've put too much makeup on Geralt yet, or Geralt, if you will. And that's one of the things that a lot of us first spoke about when they released that first image of Henry Cavill as Geralt, and we didn't see any of the scarring. He didn't look very pale. The hair piece didn't look that great. So, but again, the show is still in production. We have to assume that perhaps by the end of it all, they'll get the makeup done and right. I can't see them not doing it correctly. So, but as it stands, it from the picture, and I'm looking at it here, it doesn't look like they really, might have done too much. But it's hard to tell as well. But I take it they're going to add in those finer details that make Geralt such a compelling character, not only because of the way he is, but the way he looks. I mean, the guy almost looks undead. If you've played the game, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, Yennifer looks striking. She looks very good. I'm not too familiar with these two actresses that are playing Yennifer and Ciri, but nonetheless, I like the look so far. I like the clothing. I'm sure we're going to get all the details and all the information that we want to know about the show once Comic-Con comes to the fray towards the end of the month. But, I'm excited to see what they're going to do. Now, obviously, when that show comes out, I'll likely have to renew my subscription for Netflix, because once Stranger Things is over, I'm going to cancel, because Netflix is getting a little bit too pricey for the kind of content they're putting out. A lot of their shows are not that great, with the exception of shows like Black Mirror, Stranger Things, some of the older, obviously, Marvel shows like Daredevil, things of that nature. But I'm pretty excited for this. I love the game. I'm definitely willing to check out the show and give it an opportunity. And I also like Henry Cavill. I loved him as Superman. And, it's going to be interesting to see how he handles the Geralt character. And we'll see. So what do you guys think from what you've seen so far, from the pictures I put up? And obviously we'll get a lot more information, possibly more pictures, maybe even a trailer by the time we get to Comic-Con later, and kind of really get a good look as to how the show is going to play out. I'm assuming they're going to make it balls to the wall. I don't think they're going to I don't think they're going to trim any of the fat from the game, in terms of the very adult themed game that they're going to put in the show. I think from what it says in this article, their aim is to kind of fill the void that's now left by Game of Thrones. And if you're going to do that, then you got to provide the show. You got to make the show very adult themed in terms of, obviously, if you've played The Witcher, there are a lot of sex scenes in the game. So they'll obviously have to throw that in. And then, of course, the violence. And the best part about this is seeing how they're going to portray a lot of the fantasy monsters in the lore of The Witcher. So looking forward to all that. I'm definitely going to give them an opportunity to see how they're going to pull this off. I know there's been a lot of criticism early on with the show as they were trying to change some of the nationalities of some of the characters. They got a lot of blowback, so they backtracked on that, which is smart, because we don't want to make things political, obviously, and you want to try and keep the story matching the original lore, the original content. for continuity and things like that. So we'll see. We'll see what happens, and I'm looking forward to their Comic-Con panel and what kind of information they're going to share. Let me know in the comments what you think. If you're new here, please hit the subscribe button. And if you are already subscribed, you know to hit that notification bell so you know when content is up on the channel or when I go live during one of my live streams. Until the next video, this is Rob signing off for E.T.N, where we don't do news, we just talk entertainment. Take it easy.